The city skyline glittered under the pale moonlight as Emily, a social media influencer with a deep fascination for the supernatural, arrived at the abandoned hotel. Its towering structure loomed over her, casting eerie shadows on the cracked pavement. She couldn't resist the allure of the ghost stories that had plagued this place for years. Her followers had been eagerly anticipating something truly bone-chilling, and this seemed like the perfect opportunity. Emily's heart raced as she began to document her arrival on Instagram, weaving a tale of mystery and dread. She stepped inside, her footsteps echoing through the desolate lobby. Faded wallpaper clung desperately to the walls, and a musty scent hung in the air. She couldn't shake the feeling that she was being watched. Emily's exploration led her deeper into the derelict hotel. As she ascended a creaking staircase, the mass grew colder, and an oppressive silence pressed in around her. She could hear faint murmurs, indistinct but unnerving. She turned on her flashlight, casting jagged beams of light only to find empty hallways. The walls seemed to close in, and Emily's breath quickened. She focused on her socials, trying to maintain a mask of confidence. Her Twitter feed buzzed with anticipation, her followers eagerly awaiting the next update. But beneath the mask, doubt gnawed at her. Had she pushed the boundaries too far this time? A sudden gust of icy wind swept through the corridor, causing Emily's flashlight to flicker and then go out. Panic surged as darkness enveloped her. She fumbled, trembling, to turn on her phone's flashlight. Just as she managed to turn it on, a figure materialized at the far end of the hallway. A translucent figure clad in tattered rags drifted towards her. Its hollow eyes bore into hers, and a wail pierced the stillness. Emily's heart pounded, her breath coming in short gasps. She tried to move, but her limbs felt like lead. With a sudden motion, the specter appeared to vanish, leaving Emily in breathless shock. She staggered back, desperate for escape. Her followers bombarded her with concerned comments, urging her to leave. But she couldn't shake the feeling that the entity was not done with her. In a panic, Emily fled down the stairs, her footsteps echoing in the empty halls. She needed answers, a way to free herself from this malevolent presence. Through a combination of frantic Googling and messages from her worried followers, she uncovered the hotel's dark history. Decades ago, it had been a refuge for those forgotten, until a devastating fire took the lives of many. Rumors spoke of vengeful spirits trapped within its walls. Emily's skin prickled as she realized the connection. The apparition she encountered was one of the forgotten, seeking retribution. Emily scoured the internet for ways to appease the restless spirit. She gathered candles, salt, and a worn journal she found in the forsaken building. With trembling hands, she attempted to perform a makeshift ritual, hoping to find peace for herself and the lingering souls. As the candles flickered, Emily's gaze darted nervously around the room. Shadows seemed to dance in the corners, and the air grew heavy with anticipation. She muttered the incantations, her voice trembling. For a moment the atmosphere shifted, but then a bone-chilling howl echoed through the halls, shattering her resolve. Emily stood before the specter, her breath coming in short gasps. This was no longer about documenting for social media. It was a battle for survival. With newfound determination, she pleaded with the entity, offering empathy and understanding. In that gripping moment, the spirit's gaze softened, and it extended a spectral hand. Emily could feel its pain, its desperate longing for release. She held on, offering solace. And then, with a final, mournful sigh, the apparition dissolved, leaving Emily alone in the hushed stillness. As the first pale light of dawn caressed the horizon, Emily emerged from the forsaken hotel, the memory of those haunted eyes still a ghostly presence. Some experiences defy pixels and captions. In the quiet streets, an unease prickled her senses. She glanced back, half expecting a fleeting figure. The hotel stood, its windows guarding untold mysteries. Had she truly escaped the spectral grasp? The line between the living and the departed blurred, their fates hanging in the balance. As our story comes to a close, I want to express my heartfelt thanks to all who listened. And remember, every ending is just the beginning of a new mystery. So keep your lantern of curiosity burning, and the shadows will never hold you captive for long. Until next time, listeners.